This segment of Open Up is brought to you in part by Abeta Weed, the locally owned company that has everything you need for lush, weed-free gardens and lawns, from the smallest backyards to the property of the biggest businesses, and with top quality equipment and products better than the big chains, and they service what they sell. Located on Rosedale Highway, just east of Callaway, across from the promenade. Be loyal, buy local, abetaweed.com. Welcome back, everybody. We had a great guest in Jim Baldwin, head of Bark here in Bakersfield. That is a national model. And now, boy, we've got a wonderful guest for you. And Tina, between the two of you, I expect this set to just catch fire.
Dawn, she's bringing the fire.
All right.
Before I introduce her, Dawn, you and I have the privilege of welcoming, before he even enters the world, Carver Jacob. I think Carver, is that right, Chris? Woohoo!
Chris McCullough, our producer, and his sister is having a baby right now.
Yeah, so his little nephew is coming into the world, and we want to welcome you. Anyway, we have here Arlena. I want to call her Arlena Waller, but she says call her anything, but Arlena Waller. Welcome to Open Up.
Thank you so much. Call me anything fabulous, though. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Yes. Well, okay, you are so multifaceted. You have so many things going on in your life, so many wonderful things. Fun, loving, inspirational, everything. You're an author, you're a speaker, you're a producer, and so much, much more.
It's called being the director of organized chaos. I'm just a creative being, and I love to create. I love to create opportunities, and it just oozes out of me.
It does.
I
Yeah.
love her. She says, I'm a creative being. And
Yes.
that's so great. And you put that to use.
Absolutely.
Okay,
Absolutely.
tell us about the first thing.
Did this
Well-
start as a girl, or you always like this?
I was always like this. I come from a family of 13. There's 10 girls and 3 boys, and I was always the go-to sister for any ideas my brothers and sisters had. They kind of had to pass it and kind of get my approval. And I didn't know at that time, like we were talking earlier, you were
Yes.
molding who you are today. And so, yeah, it's always been a part of who I was. And it's just developed now.
The go-to sister.
Yes. And so now I'm not the go-to sister, I'm the go-to girlfriend. All my friends come to me, they pass things. What do you think, Arlena? And I love it.
Yes.
I love it. And, I was talking with Kat Scow, and we were talking. I said, I finally figured out what my ministry is. I'm a bridge. I'm a super connector, and I'm proud to be that. I connect people, put them together, and when they develop, I'm like a proud mama. I love to watch it.
Okay. Arlena, you have a book here that you've written. Tell us about that.
So the first book that I wrote is called 369 Things a Woman Must Enjoy Before She Dies. It's the official girlfriend bucket list. And what happened is, as women, we put so much on our list, but we don't put ourselves on the list enough. And so in Texas, I produced a show called Girls Do Talk. And over the 4 years, we interviewed a lot of women, and the message was consistent. There was not enough of me time. And so I took a sabbatical, and I said, I've always wanted to write a book. And I just said, I'm going to take time off, and I'm going to do this. And I wrote this book, and we interviewed women, and we did videos, and we did come to parties. We always want to make everything fun. And so the women gave us great feedback, and so I compiled a list of 369 things that are very realistic, very doable to get you started. This is not an end-all. On just really finding that path to living your life with passion on purpose.
Okay. And so you reach out to women all across the world.
I do.
Wow.
How do you do that?
Well, obviously via social media. And I'm able to connect with some inspirational, powerful, amazing women. Right now I have a weekly talk, and she's called Life Cheerleader, and she's kind of doing the same thing. And then there's another lady that I connect with. She's called, Inspire. It's just, we connect and we inspire and we help each other, because at the end of the day, every woman that you help the entire world, because we are the foundation of the world. So that's kind of really my drive. And I learned to be a great girlfriend early on with having so many sisters. So this is a natural thing for me. And I just want to be able to spread it. So if we can just help one, that's not my goal anymore. If we can help 1 million. So yeah.
How exciting. Okay, and what is this?
Okay, this is a workbook. I'm actually brought in to teach people how to create a personal brand. I was just at CSUB speaking with their athletes a couple of days ago, how to take your brand and really enhance it and create a great foundation for yourself. So this book is called, even though, because women is my platform, so
Okay.
I kind of gave it that, but men can use it too, Don. It's called Personal Branding. It's your brand, give it some she power. And so it's kind of a workbook to take you step by step to really kind of find your brand voice and to really be able to have a true foundation for your authentic self.
Excellent. Exciting. Tell us about some of the. Now, I understand you made a contact with Oprah.
Well, can I say Oprah made a contact with me?
Oh, yes! Give me. Yes.
No, it really was. It was super exciting. It was, on Twitter. I'm just really active on Twitter. I have over 60,000 Twitter followers, and so I'm very engaged. And sometimes I do like what is called live tweeting. I watch television and I tweet.
Okay.
Because I just don't like downtime.
Right.
I'm a mom. I'm just used to being busy, busy, busy.
A mom with how many children?
2 boys. I have a 14-year-old, and a 9-year-old. Both of them are playing AAU basketball, so we travel a lot. They're very busy. My 14-year-old is considered one of the top point guards in the nation for his age group. And he's going to China and Italy this summer. So we're just really busy, but I love it.
Exciting.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah.
Don's looking like, what are you doing? I'm just living my life with passion.
Yes.
Yes, I'm living my life with passion.
No,
I love it.
I'm
Tell
sitting
us
here, my
more.
wheels are spinning.
Yes. Oh, yes. That's how. Tell us more, please.
Okay, so what do you want to know? I have so much. I love it.
Yes. Okay. Rich Girl Entertainment. Talk about that.
Well, Rich Girl Entertainment started in Texas, and that's the company that I created when we were producing the television show in Texas, a local show. We became one of the #1 local shows. Really had no idea what we were doing when we started it. And my dad's an entrepreneur, and we'll talk about him because he really laid the foundation.
Okay.
So one day I decided I wanted to produce a TV show. I had never did a TV show. So what I did is I watched talk shows and I mimicked everything. I took notes, the timing, how to come in, how to go out, how to write intro. That was my teacher. I self-taught myself.
Yes.
And so I got different women. I said, this is what I want to do. And thankfully, being an influencer, I'm able to build trust with women because I don't take that for granted. I really try and nurture every relationship that I have. And if it's not beneficial to me or them, I will end it because it just doesn't make sense to have a lot in your circle that's not beneficial.
Excellent.
So these women, they came on board full force. We didn't pay them because obviously we didn't have a budget. First time went to the studio, we did a live show. I didn't know that you don't do a live show if you're not experienced. So we did a live show, and it just really kind of took off, and people loved it. And then people started coming and sponsoring the show. We had sponsors like Saks Fifth Avenue, Jaguar, Verizon. These weren't even sponsors that I saw because at that time, I didn't know that you can get sponsors for a show. So we did this great show in Dallas, and it just really was a great connector for women. Lifelong friendships were created. Business relationships were created. Because at that time, I had a different angle. We would have like a liquor sponsor, and then we would sponsor a happy hour before the show, and then we would do an after show. It was really just about having a good time for me. That's what I was looking at, but I ended up falling in love with it.
Are you still able to maintain contact with those sponsors that you had?
I am, but a
for-
lot of them were based in Dallas.
Okay.
And so, when I came to Bakersfield, it's a different ballgame. This is a very tight niche community. If they don't know you, they don't know you. Meaning it's just not going to happen. So I came here. My husband was coaching out at Cal State Bakersfield. And so I took 2 years off. And I says, let me just rebrand myself. Let me figure this thing out. Because I realized, actually what happened is I came in, I was super excited. I wanted to do a prayer breakfast. And I went to the DoubleTree, planned this whole thing, because I was used to having like 150, 200 people show up. Well, the numbers weren't coming in because they didn't know me, obviously. Well, anyway, I ended up having to move it to a smaller venue because we only had about 60 people. And I thought, I don't think I'm ready for Bakersfield. So I took some time off, 2 years, just kind of rebranded myself. And I really started pushing the personal branding a lot more than the television production. Because I was doing it on a mom and pop level, anyways.
Like us.
Yeah, but you were reaching people and changing lives.
And you talk about the rebranding or branding of things and people. Talk about
Yes.
that.
Well, as women, we go through career changes, and I was impressed. He was telling you that you served under 3 presidents, and I had an opportunity to hear Don speak at Pie in the Sky, and my mouth was open because I wanted to soak in every word that you said. And so sometimes as your career, especially if you're an artist and you have a colorful career, or maybe you were as a domestic engineer and you stayed home with your children, sometimes you have to go out there and step and take a risk and rebrand yourself. And hopefully that second or third or fourth career is something that you're passionate about, whether you're making a lot of money or whether you're making enough money.
Yes.
That balance is
We
amazing.
definitely need to talk later. But
Yes.
create some more combustion. But I want to just, it was 2 presidents I served under, but I actually met 4.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so it's still good and exciting.
Yes,
So,
yes.
wow, we're coming into break. You have anything for her? I know you're taking in a lot of thoughts here, Don.
You've got my creative wheels just spinning, and let's talk about that when we come back.
Yes.
We'll be right back with Arlena Waller.